Welcome to the JTF-501 Operator Academy. This lesson is part of the Core Operator Certifications curriculum. Today's lesson covers the Communications Fundamentals certification. These principles are designed to improve teamwork, reduce preventable confusion, and help every operator communicate clearly and effectively during organized operations. Our goal isn't to recreate real-world military communications. It's to establish a shared communication framework that allows operators of all experience levels to coordinate efficiently while keeping gameplay enjoyable. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how JTF-501 communicates during operations, how to deliver clear and concise transmissions, and the communication habits that help teams operate more effectively. Let's begin. Module 1: Why we communicate. Communication is one of the most important tools available to any operator. Success in JTF-501 doesn't depend on one person performing perfectly. It depends on teams sharing information clearly, quickly, and at the right time. Good communication helps teams coordinate, adapt, and accomplish objectives together. At JTF-501, we measure communication by one simple question. Did it help your teammates make better decisions? That's why we value clarity over complexity. You don't need military experience to communicate effectively, and you don't need to memorize tactical jargon. Our community includes players from many different backgrounds, and for many operators, English isn't their first language. If plain English communicates your message more clearly, use plain English. That's part of who we are as a Milsim-like community. We use structure when it improves gameplay, not to recreate or role-play real-world military communications. Throughout this lesson, you'll learn a shared communication framework that helps every operator pass information quickly, clearly, and consistently during any operation. Module 2: Communication Architecture. Every operation is different, but one principle remains the same. Keep communication as simple as possible. Whenever practical, JTF-501 operates from a single Discord voice channel. Keeping everyone together improves coordination, maintains situational awareness, and keeps communication simple. As operations become larger or more complex, individual elements may move into separate Discord voice channels. Ground, air, naval, and support elements can then communicate within their own teams without unnecessary traffic from the rest of the operation. When elements are separated, information is normally passed between them through designated leaders or coordinators, rather than everyone monitoring multiple conversations. As JTF-501 continues to grow, we're introducing Simple Radio Standalone, SRS, to support larger operations. SRS is not intended to replace Discord. Instead, it provides an additional communication layer for event leads, element leads, JTACs, and others who need to coordinate across multiple elements or simply for those members who wish to join. We also use Star Citizen's in-game party text chat to pass short updates, coordinates, and mission information between elements when text is the more effective option. The goal isn't to use more communication tools, it's to use the right communication method for the situation. Module 3: Practical Communication. Before we discuss communication techniques, it's important to understand when these standards apply. The communication habits in this lesson are intended for organized events and structured operations, where clear communication helps the team coordinate and creates a better experience for everyone involved. Outside of those events, these standards are completely optional. JTF-501 is built around having fun together. Whether you're running contracts, mining, salvaging, or simply catching up with friends, communicate however feels natural. When it's time for a structured operation, however, these simple techniques give everyone a common language to work from. Keep your transmissions brief and focused. Think about the information your teammates actually need, then communicate it clearly. Whenever practical, communicate in the third person. Using names instead of I or me immediately tells the team who the information applies to, even when several people are speaking at once. For example, DK Reaper crossing left, Viper pushing forward, is much clearer than I'm crossing, I'm pushing. Finally, remember the communication philosophy introduced earlier in this lesson: clarity over complexity. With those fundamentals established, let's look at a few communication patterns you'll hear during JTF-501 operations. Ground contact reports. For ground operations, JTF-501 uses a simple framework known as the 3 Ds: distance, direction, description. This is simply a mental checklist to help you communicate the most useful information first. Our format is distance, direction, description. Examples: near, 2 o'clock, behind the rocks. 100 meters, north, second floor balcony. Far, left side, ridgeline. Not every contact report will include all 3. Sometimes an exact distance isn't possible, and terms like close, near, or far communicate the situation just as effectively. The objective is simply to provide enough information for your teammates to quickly locate the contact. Air contact reports. Air combat follows the same philosophy. For air contacts, JTF-501 uses the format: direction, target, identification, examples, bandit off DK Reaper's nose, hammerhead off Viper's right, gladius high off Flash's left. If the target can be positively identified, add the pilot's name, NPC name, or ship registration. For example, bandit off DK Reaper's nose, player Griefernet-01 in a gladius, or bogey off Flash's nose. Registration, ET-2245. The goal isn't to make perfect radio calls. It's to help everyone immediately identify which contact you're talking about. Communicating your intentions? Communication isn't only about reporting threats. Keep your teammates informed about what you're doing. Examples include DK reloading, Flash crossing, Viper pushing, Atlas falling back. These short updates help teammates anticipate your actions without interrupting the flow of the operation. Acknowledgements. Not every transmission requires a detailed response. Simple acknowledgements let teammates know important information was received. Examples include copy, roger, moving, ready. A quick acknowledgement is often all that's needed before returning your focus to the mission. No two operations are exactly alike, and you won't always use the same words. What matters is that your communication is clear, concise, and useful. Simple communication patterns like the 3 Ds, standardized air callouts, third-person communication, intention updates, and quick acknowledgements create a shared language that helps every operator understand what's happening and respond faster. Module 4. Comms status. Communication requirements change throughout an operation. A team preparing for a mission communicates differently than a team clearing a bunker, conducting a boarding action, or engaging in a large fleet battle. Rather than expecting operators to guess how much communication is appropriate, JTF-501 uses a simple comms status system. These status levels establish communication expectations for everyone participating in the operation and are announced by the event lead or designated leadership. Comms green. Comms green is the normal operating condition. Mission information should continue to be shared, but routine conversation and social interaction are welcome as long as they don't interfere with the operation. This is the most relaxed communication status and reflects JTF-501's community-first culture. Comms amber, yellow. Comms amber, sometimes called comms yellow, or tactical comms, means it's time to become more focused. Casual conversation should pause, while operators prioritize mission-related communication. Keep transmissions brief, relevant, and focused on supporting the team. For most Tier 2 and Tier 3 JTF-501 events, Comms Amber will be the primary communication status. It provides the balance between maintaining clear operational communication while still allowing operators to share the information needed to keep the mission moving. Comms Red. Comms Red is used during periods of intense activity or rapidly changing situations. Only essential operational information should be transmitted. Keep messages short, clear, and immediately relevant to the mission. If a transmission can wait, it should. Comms Black. Comms Black is reserved for situations requiring maximum communication discipline. Only critical information or transmissions requested by leadership should be made until the status changes. The comms status system is intentionally simple. As the situation becomes more demanding, communication becomes more disciplined. As the situation stabilizes, communication naturally returns to normal. Always follow the comms status, announced by the event lead or designated leadership. Priority communications. Often, important information can't wait. To help manage urgent situations, JTF-501 uses several simple priority communication calls. These calls are not reserved for leadership. Any operator who recognizes an immediate need may use them appropriately to help ensure important information is heard. Break, 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 or comms. These are used to interrupt ongoing conversation for urgent traffic. When you hear it, immediately stop transmitting and listen for the priority message. Remember, these calls exist to support the team, not to correct or criticize other operators. Use them professionally, use them respectfully, and only when they genuinely improve the flow of communication. Module summary. The comm status system allows every operator to immediately understand the communication expectations for the current situation. As an operation becomes more demanding, communication becomes more focused. As the situation stabilizes, communication returns to normal. Combined with the communication habits you've already learned, these simple status levels help every operator know when to socialize, when to focus, and when to ensure the most important information can be heard. Practical application and review. Let's finish by putting everything together. Imagine you're participating in a Tier 2 ground operation. The event lead announces comms amber as the team begins its approach to the objective. Casual conversation comes to an end as operators shift their focus to the mission. Ground element and air elements are in separate VCs due to a large group. While moving toward the objective, you identify an enemy position. Instead of saying, I think somebody's over there, you use the 3 Ds. Contact front near, 2 o'clock. Behind the rocks. Your teammates immediately know where to look. Moments later, you begin crossing open ground. Rather than remaining silent, your element lead quickly communicates your intentions via SRS or in the text chat. Ground team is crossing. The air element and event lead responds, copy, crossing. Your team now understands your movement and can provide support if needed. Overhead, the air element identifies a hostile contact. The pilot reports, bandit off flashes nose, Gladius. Engaging, everyone immediately knows which target is being discussed and Flash is engaging. As the fight intensifies, the event lead upgrades the operation to comms red. Only essential operational traffic continues until the situation is under control. Once the objective is secure, the event lead returns the operation to comms green, allowing normal conversation to resume as the team prepares for the next objective. Throughout that entire operation, no one needed lengthy conversations or complicated terminology. Operators simply communicated the information their teammates needed, when they needed it. That's the goal of effective communication. Final review. Remember the principles from this lesson. Use plain English whenever it communicates your message most clearly. Keep transmissions brief, clear, and purposeful. Communicate in the third person whenever practical. Use simple communication patterns like the 3 Ds and standardized air callouts. Adjust your communication based on the current comm status. When necessary, use priority communication calls to ensure important information can be heard. Most importantly, good communication isn't about sounding tactical. It's about helping your teammates make better decisions. When everyone communicates clearly, the team moves faster, adapts more effectively, and enjoys a smoother, more immersive operation together. Final thoughts. Communications fundamentals isn't designed to make you an expert communicator. It's designed to give every JTF-501 operator a common communication foundation. When everyone shares the same communication habits, understands the same expectations, and communicates with clarity and purpose, teamwork improves, coordination becomes easier, and operations become more enjoyable for everyone involved. These fundamentals are only the beginning. You'll continue developing your communication skills through future Operator Academy certifications, organized events, and experience alongside the rest of the community. Remember, our goal isn't to recreate real-world military communications. Our goal is to use organization, communication, and teamwork to create better gameplay. Congratulations on completing the JTF-501 Operator Academy Communications Fundamentals certification. To receive credit, return to Discord and use the cert code command. Enter the certification code displayed on your screen, and Athena will automatically verify your completion and update your personnel record. Every experienced operator started with the fundamentals. Now it's your turn to put them into practice. Thank you for investing in yourself, your teammates, and the JTF-501 community. We'll see you on the next operation. Steadfast.